Thank you, Tommy. A proposed cigarette tax is going up in smoke. Danville City Council deciding not to support the 30-cent per pack increase. It was included in the city's proposed budget at the request of two council members who hoped it would help fund the Danville Life-Saving Crew and the city schools. The city manager says more property taxes as well as state and federal transit funds than expected will make up most of the money, but there will still be about a $100,000 gap.
Generally, how we do that is we take a look at if there are expenditures that need to be looked at. We can maybe find something there, or if there are other revenues that can be adjusted, we can make some additional changes there as well.
There will be a work session on the budget tomorrow night.